Okay, so hello guys, thank you for joining us today. Today is the first official event of X-Culture Academy. I want to welcome you and I hope you guys have a great semester, okay? So first of all, let me start share my screen so we can start the session. Where is sharing? Wait a second. There you go. Okay. Can you guys see my screen or not yet?
Nope.
Yeah, not the screen.
Oh,
We see
okay.
you.
Can you
There you
see
are.
now? Oh, okay. So it's going to, the official date is today, right? The welcome orientation. And for today, we will have the following agenda. It's going to be the welcome, icebreaker. We will present you the coaching team, academic events that you will have during the semester, one trivia game, and the X-Culture orientation, okay? If you have any question during the session, feel free to type in the chat or on the Q&A session. The coaches that are here with us will help us to answer all your inquiries, okay?
Well, ask everybody to put where they're from in the
Yes,
chat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us in the chat, guys, where are you located? And maybe also add the hour, what time it is in your time zone right now. Like, for example, I'll put mine here to everyone. So I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina, and it's 9 a.m. in my time zone. So, and we have Egypt, 16 p.m., 4 p.m. Okay, we have Kenya, also 4 p.m. Very nice. We have Brazil, we have Miami, we have South Africa, I see here, the Netherlands. So we have quite a few different ones. A lot of people from Egypt. So we have Kazakhstan, 6 p.m. Very nice. Nepal, 7 p.m. Kyrgyzstan, 7 p.m. Very nice.
Actually, for this semester is the biggest large group of Egyptians that we have for this
Still
semester.
trying to figure out what happened there. How come we have so many applications?
Can we ask?
India on its own time, India is a 30-minute offset, so it's 6:30. So very nice. Morocco.
Yeah.
Wait a second, Morocco, it's only 12? Is it? Really? Okay, interesting. So yeah.
9,
Germany,
10,
3 p.m. Very nice. Okay, we have quite a few.
6 hours. I want to know why we have so many people from Egypt. How
Um,
did they
I will
one
ask
theory,
another day, another day.
one
Otherwise,
theory, we have Egypt and South Africa. One theory is that someone from our former participant class just simply told friends, and friends recognized the value, and so
a very popular person.
yeah, so we don't know who that person is, so we owe you big time. So whoever you are, let us know. So yes.
So okay. So first of all, I want to introduce the core team of the X-Culture Academy. So Dr. Vaz, the X-Culture founder and director. Dr. Leilani Balmanis, the X-Culture Academy director and also the Global Business Week director. And myself, Rafael Tamashiro, I'm the coordinator of X-Culture Academy. Maybe Dr. Vaz and Dr. B wants to say a couple words.
Dr. B, you go ahead if you want to go first.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Dr. Leilani Balmanis. I go by Dr. B because people have a hard time saying Balmanis, but my husband would say bow to the man because he is. So that's a joke, but it makes you remember how to say it, right? Balmanis. I'm a college professor.
Yeah.
Bow man is, bow to the man because he is.
Yeah. That's a good way to remember it.
Yeah, not me though, okay? So I come from the Philippine Islands. So you guys might notice like, oh, she sounds American, but she doesn't look American. I immigrated to the United States when I was 10 years old. I am a college professor. I've been teaching now, I'm afraid to say, because it was way before you guys were born. Let's just say it like that. I'm actually the program director or program coordinator of the International Business Program at my university, at Lynn University. I live in Boca Raton, Florida, but I always say Miami because everybody knows where Miami is, but nobody knows where Boca Raton is. I have 3 kids, 3 grown children. Again, I'm not going to say how old they are because they're all older than you, put it that way. And the best thing just happened to me in my whole life. My grandbaby was born 8 weeks ago yesterday. So I'm having a lot of fun changing diapers, burping the baby, and feeding him bottles. So that's me.
All right. Well, I'll say then a few words about the program. So briefly about myself, also very international background. For 2/3 of my life, I've been all around the world. First in Germany when I was 16 as a high school student, a little in Norway, then again in Germany, then in Texas, then in Canada, now in North Carolina. I'm an international business professor at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. And I sort of envy you, not envy in a, more happy, feel happy for you for being enrolled in this program. Some claim that Aristotle said a couple thousand years ago, tell them and they will forget, show them and they will remember, let them do it and they will understand. And so there are some things in this world that the only way to learn them is to try to do them. Like, for example, you cannot learn how to swim on a football field, right? You can read all of the books about swimming, watch all of the movies, interview all of the swimmers, but you will still not know how to swim. So it's the same with business in general and international business in particular. You can watch movies about other cultures, about other countries, but until you interact with people from those countries, you will not fully understand what it is like to do business internationally. And so XCulture is designed to teach you international business by providing you with opportunities to do international business. So after some training, you will be placed in global virtual teams. Global, you will have people from all around the world. Virtual, you will be communicating online like we are communicating now, and you will be a team. And so you will choose one of the clients from our list. So we'll have about half a dozen of them to choose from. And then you will spend a semester working on a challenge presented by that client, a real company with a real international business problem. And so, yes, you will make mistakes in the process. You may have some difficult times in your team, maybe even some occasional conflicts or tense situations, or maybe difficulties scheduling a meeting because everybody is in a different time zone, maybe difficulties understanding each other because you speak different native languages, maybe different communication styles, different cultural cues, but that's all good. In fact, I almost want you to have some challenges and maybe difficult situations, because if you will be one of those few who happen to have a perfect team where everybody is working hard, never argues, does all the work done on time, it's a pleasant experience, but they don't learn much. It will not happen again. So there will be always someone on your team for whom it's middle of the night when the team has the meeting, someone on the team whose cultural background is such that it's hard for you to understand and comprehend. There will be always someone on the team who is too talkative, or maybe too quiet, or maybe too bossy, or maybe too whatever else you might not like. And when that happens, that's when we learn. So even if you finish this project with, as I sometimes jokingly say, enemies on 5 continents, I'm still going to be happy because you will have learned in the process. Although more likely than not, you will end this project with friends on 5 or 6 continents. And so we have a lot of people in this call, for example, who have become friends, even though we had communicated for years online. We even have people who fell in love, and we will be going to one of those weddings in spring. So all kinds of good things can happen. Will you become the world's best international business expert? Probably not the best in the world, but you will definitely be one better than you are today. So when we have this same meeting in 4 months at the end of the program, I guarantee you will be much, much smarter, culturally intelligent, and proficient in cross-cultural interactions. And what is even more important, you will be much more competent than people in your cohort. So not many teenagers have had an opportunity to complete a real business project for a real business client with people all around the planet. And you will. And so by that virtue, you all of a sudden be better than your competition. So when you will be applying to colleges, when you will be applying for jobs, when you will be applying for internships, for scholarships, for grants, for investments, your resume will have one line that will differentiate you from everybody else. And it will say that you have real international business experience. And so everybody goes to school, everybody gets good grades, everybody maybe has some, I don't know, like little odd jobs in the summer, but only you will have a real international business experience. And so that will be just enough for you to be better than your competition. So that we can guarantee to you. And then, yes, if you stay with us and if you maybe become an X-Culture coach, or if you become, join one of the X-Culture symposia where we meet face-to-face, maybe at some point you will become a head coach as some of the people here on the panel, you will continue learning. And one day you will become a world-class expert. In fact, it may happen faster than you think. So congratulations on signing up for this opportunity and good luck. So let's see what kind of learning and development you will show in the next 4 months.
Okay, thank you, Dr. B. Thank you, Dr. Bas. Let's continue with our presentation. If you guys are too busy for today, you are allowed to leave, but I would be happy if you could stay till the end. Okay?
Oh, don't miss the opportunity. Don't leave. It's one of the most fun, and there will be a lot of interactive stuff.
No,
so
I'm just talking to
you and me.
Oh,
Yes.
you're talking to professors.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to miss it either. You have all those games. Maybe I'll finally win one of those contests that you have. So yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. Right now we have the icebreaker. It's Eva, right?
No, it's me.
Oh, sorry. So Leon.
Yes, okay. So we'll just have a very short icebreaker before we go into the rest of the orientation. Feel free to put your answers in the chat. So I'll ask the question, put your answers in the chat, or if you're feeling brave, you can unmute yourself. So the first question is,
Leon, wait. Can you introduce yourself, where you're from? And
Right, yeah, we want to know people, or people want to know people.
That's going to happen after this, but I can do it twice. Or I'll do it now. Okay, so my name is Leon Masper. I am 19 years old and I am from South Africa. And I've been in X-Culture since 2019, and now I'm one of the academy coordinators as well. So I'm really looking forward to another great semester, and I hope that you all really enjoy it. Okay, so icebreaker. The first one is, if you had to save one food in a doomsday event, what would it be? So just pretend that there's only one food you can save. What would that be? Put your answers in the chat. Louisa, what would yours be?
I think think you can survive on that for a long time, and you can put lots of different things on that.
That is a very good point, actually. But then the only thing is you can only save the one thing, though. So how are you going to save everything else? Sorry to burst your bubble.
Well, I'll just change the rules. Just put everything on the first pizza so you can reuse it.
Fair enough. That is a good point.
Is it under the condition that the food will be staying fresh, or do I need to think about the food that will stay edible for a long time?
I think let's be nice to ourselves and say it'll stay nice it'll
Somebody
just be
put Hawaiian pizza, great choice, but it will stay fresh only for a few hours. But if there is like a magic container that will keep it forever fresh, then yes, I'm with Chantel.
Yeah, but Hawaiian pizza is not fair, right? That's multiple products in one thing.
Exactly.
It is food.
It's pineapple. I think potatoes would be a good option because you can cook them in multiple different ways. So you could be more variety.
That's true. I mean, I'm Filipina, so like if you take rice away from our diet, we're just gonna die.
Yeah, I like Jana's response, protein bars. Very practical. Yeah, I also said like dried fish, thinking that it's more nutritious. So I guess it's not cool, but practical. So.
Yeah, protein bars would be a good idea. Especially the ones that have the chocolate on the bottom and then it's all made out of nuts.
That's a good point. Well, I see very interesting answers, and I think a lot of them are actually really good choices. So let's go on to the next question, which is, what is a change you wish to make to your present surroundings? Ava, do you want to go first, and everybody else can put their answers in their chat?
That may seem like a simple answer, but I would like more plants in my surrounding, but I just don't have a green hand. Like every time I buy like a real plant, it just dies. So in order to avoid this, because I have a bit of pity for those little plants who comes in my bedroom, I decided to not buy plants anymore.
That is a very sad story, Ava.
What about you?
Me? What would I change? I don't know, to be honest. Maybe more plants as well, but I feel like I would have the same issue. I already have enough, and I feel like my attention would be divided and they would be mad at me. So,
But what do you mean more plants? You are just nature around you.
but there's some plants that can't exist outside because the animals eat them, so I need them inside.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, let's see what everybody else is saying. Dr. Voss, that is a very good one of planting more trees. That is actually a very smart answer, and I agree with that one.
I just actually read a book about so-called forest bathing, so very popular in some countries, and they say there is a demonstrable benefits of being in among the trees, like blood pressure lowers, more immune system gets stronger and things like that. And so those who live in the cities do make sure to get out and spend some time in the forest. So
Yep.
You know what else, Voss? Greece, Athens is actually anticipating the climate change, and they are predicting that their temperature in the next, I think, 20 years will rise 10 degrees hotter. And so what they're doing now is in the walkways of all of their communities, they're planting trees because the shade significantly brings down the temperature, and that way it doesn't interfere as much with their pedestrian life.
So true. Like, for example, on a hot day, come to anything like a car or a house and touch the artificial surface, and you can burn your fingers. And a tree right near, like, same tree, same like greenish color, and it's always cold. So I don't know how it works, but somehow trees always stay cool, whereas artificial surfaces get hot. So if you have trees over your house or driveway, I guess I don't know what the physics of it is, but yeah, it definitely does allow you to cool down your ambient surroundings.
And it's a very good symbiotic relationship, right? So for example, like I have an organic tropical fruit garden, and it's fruit that I can't buy because it's just not a part of the culture. So I have like jackfruit and mangoes and papayas. And can I tell you, like, it's like so expensive at a grocery store, and it's in such abundance in my garden. And it's just a matter of, putting down a tree. It's a food forest.
Yeah.
Well, trees are definitely very amazing beings, and we definitely need them. Okay, so going on to the last question, who is someone that you consider your source of motivation? Raphael, do you want to answer this one?
Probably not, otherwise I will start to cry. But
no, Raphael, you can say me. Okay.
I would say my family. You okay? I can say you then. It's probably my family. So yeah, I want to make them proud.
That's really beautiful. What about everyone else? Let me open chat. Okay, I love the cat and yourself. I love that. I'm all for it. Okay, some really interesting answers, and they're really cool. Ava, do you want to answer this one again? Sorry, I'm picking on you a lot.
Yeah, the source of motivation. Well, it's more a source of inspiration, but Charles Bukowski, I really like what he wrote, and it's very inspiring. Sometimes I read a text and I just stop for 1 hour and think about this and question everything in my life. So yeah, Charles Bukowski.
That's a very interesting choice, actually. I would say for me, it would probably also be my family, but then also my X-Culture family. So I guess as a whole, yes. Okay, I think for the sake of time, let us go to the next slide. Okay, so just briefly to go over the coaching program, just so everybody is aware what it is. In very simple formatting, coaches have been through the student experience already, and now they're in the coaching program. So they've gone through all the challenges you are going to go through. They've learned all the experiences you were going to go through the semester. So they basically experienced students, if you want to think it like that. Just to explain the role of coaches. So they are there to help you solve conflicts, to answer any doubts, to provide feedback and share skills. One thing, or rather two things, just to note that what they aren't is they aren't leaders of the team. Sometimes some students can think that the coach is like, oh, I didn't do this because the coach didn't tell us to do that. That's not how it works. The coach is meant to support you and give suggestions to you and your team, but they're not the leader of your team. And they're also not meant to be doing any work for you. So you can't be like, hey, I didn't feel like doing this part of the report. Please, can you do it? That's, again, not how it works. They are providing feedback and giving guidance. They are not meant to do any of the work that is assigned to you. And then also just the structure. So each student team, so this is now once you complete the theoretical phase and you are placed into global virtual teams, when the practical phase starts, you'll be assigned 1 or 2 coaches, depending. And behind each coach, there's a lead coach who's basically an experienced coach, and then a coaching manager who's been in the program for quite a few semesters and has a lot of experience. But your main point of contact will be your coach, and then there's a massive support system behind them. So just so everybody's aware, when you go into the practical phase, you will be assigned coaches who will support you and offer any suggestions and guidance. Yes. Yeah. Rafael, anything I've missed?
Yeah, just one thing. During the theoretical phase, the coaches will be hosting a Q&A session every week. So they will be there for you as well in the theoretical phase. So if you have any problems, we will have coaches for you to help you during the theoretical phase. Okay?
Rafael, can you explain the payment structure as well? Because people are asking that question in the theoretical phase versus the practical phase.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about at the end for the X-Culture orientation. So I will talk everything. Okay.
Okay.
So just to go over some of the core members of the Academy Coaching Program. So myself, I've already introduced myself, so I won't bore you with, well, my English, bore you with that again. Then also just 2 members that can join us today, Tejas and Beatrix. They are also part of the admin team. Louisa, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi everyone, I'm Louisa and I'm from the Netherlands. I'm 20 years old and I'm a 3rd-year law student in the Netherlands and Amsterdam, and I'm happy to meet all of you this semester.
Can you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. Eva, do you want to introduce yourself? So just to quickly before you start, Ankit couldn't join us today either, but he's also one of the coaching managers this semester.
Yeah, so my name is Eva Famika. I am 17 and I live in Belgium. It's been around 2 years that I'm a member of X-Culture now. And yes, I can't wait for this semester to start and meet you all.
And then for lead coaches, so I don't know if any of them are actually here, but just to briefly go over them, there's Ishika, Liam, Lisa, Malika, and Emily. So they are also a part of the core team, and they will also be always supporting you behind the coaches.
Oh, you know what? We met Emily. Vas, look, we met Emily in Lublin, Poland. She was one of our academy students. And I believe she was she was on the winning team. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. For those watching again, so there is a progression. So the first time you do X-Culture, you do it as a student, as a member of a team. Then you can apply to become the coach. and share your wisdom and experience with the next generation of X-Culture students. That's competitive. For that, you need to complete all kinds of additional training, how to give feedback, conflict resolution, all kinds of things. But that's an option. And then the best coaches can become then coaches to coaches, sort of head coaches, and then some become ambassadors for the next X-Culture event. So that's so you're more oriented in terms of who all these people are, why we refer to some as students, to some as coaches, to some as coordinators. There are sort of different levels of engagement, so to speak, or development.
Thank you. So would you like to talk about the event as well, Leon, or should I?
That's Louisa.
Okay, Lisa.
That's me. So during this semester, we have various events, and we have a combination of more educational and X-Culture related, but also fun events. And most of them will be during the Saturday meetings. So we have the virtual tour and the cooking class, and we will explain that in a fun little activity. So I will skip over them now. We also have an art and music event where we share some of the musics and art from our cultures. We have a Gymkhana challenge, which is like kind of an online scavenger hunt. We will have some training sessions related to report related stuff. So for example, before the practical phase, we also have some guest speakers, and that changes every semester, where we have some more professional development. We also have our social media platform. We use Telegram, where we have some announcement channels, but also some fun engagement activities where you will get a link from later. And this has been highlighted several times, but I want to do it again because this is something started last semester, which we find very fun to organize, but also important. And these are the Friday Q&A sessions, which will be at 11 a.m. EST. During the practical phase, they will start every week. During the practical phase, it will be some weeks, but we will communicate that in advance. And these are the more informal meetings where you can speak to some of the more experienced coaches, lead coaches, coaching managers, and admin team to really ask all your questions. And to make sure it's really worth your time, we will also have some fun tips and tricks for the practical phase and mini workshops. So it's all these events are optional, but we do highly recommend them. And most of the time they're also fun, and it's also a good way to get to know each other and people outside of your team to really fully enjoy the experience. So now, together with Eva, we will be doing a little quiz. So Eva will soon share a screen, and then we can all join the quiz, which will be around at our virtual tours and cooking classes. Eva, are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, we're just waiting
great.
for Rafael, so that's okay. Yeah, okay. So here is quizzes. You will see that we will use this platform a lot here on X-Culture. And you can join this platform. You go on Google, you type quizzes. Where is it written? Wait. Yeah, quizzes here. Like, is it written here? And then you type the code and it will make you join the game. And I'm gonna copy paste the link and put it in the chat.
Yeah, yes, please.
Oh, wait, it's not like a link. Sorry.
You can go.
Okay, it's a link.
Go join my quest.com and also enter in the codes. That's 2866675, which is also in the chat and on screen. So you can either click the link or go to the website.
The link is on the chat.
Yes.
Let
Oh wait,
me,
no, it got sent to just the host and panelists.
okay,
Oh,
let me
sorry.
send. There you go.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay, we have a few people joining. That's great.
Yes, and if you're not able to join, it's also possible to just put your answers into the chats during the game. So that way everybody can join. So quickly before we start, the virtual tour and the cooking class will be themes. And the virtual tour is when one of our students gives a tour of where they are from and shows the landmarks and tells the history and culture. And then the cooking class is the one we always get really hungry from, because then we have somebody in their kitchen showing us how they make a dish, what it means to them, and sometimes family members join and do it together. And we will share the recipes, so if you want, you can cook along.
I think we can start
Okay.
the
Okay, I
quiz.
think we can start.
Perfect.
Yes.
Luis, this is your question, right?
Oh, yeah, this is mine. The first question is, where is Lake Toba located? This is one of the spots. One of our actually is coming back now, our coaches Kevin showed us. And Lake Toba is located in Indonesia.
Oh. Okay, so this is the answer of all the questions. Should I end the question or should we still wait a bit?
Yeah, now yeah, this is the first question. We can go to the next.
Okay. It's a bit slow, but oh, Rafael is first. Okay.
He should be after all these semesters.
Yeah, that's the good point. Okay, so the next question is, where is this dessert from? Okay, I hope you see the picture well enough, but you have the choice between Italy, Philippines, the United States, or South Africa.
What was the name? Or should
Of
we?
the dessert?
Yeah.
That's a secret. I will
Okay.
tell it after. Because I fear that it will be like a bit too evident then.
Okay.
Okay, let's see a bit what are the answer. Okay, most people think it's from Italy, actually. But we have people who think that it's from all the positions, so that's great. Let's maybe see what was the answer. Okay, no, people are still replying. Okay, let's see. The correct answer was actually the Philippines. Yeah, and it's the name of this dessert is called halo halo, which basically means mix mix. And the name is pretty explicit because it's really a mix of sweet things. You just like grab all the sweet things like ice cream, fruits, sweetened beans, and I may miss a lot of other sweet ingredients, and they put it together and this makes halo halo, and it's a very refreshing and popular I don't know if you can call this a drink. Yeah, let's dessert.
A dessert. Yeah, it's
yeah,
a
in the Philippines.
yeah. I'm from the Philippines, Eva.
Have you tasted this?
Oh, I know how to make it.
And
But it's different, like it's different products, right? So and it's products that are unique to the Philippines. So makapuno is like young coconut strips that you put on the bottom. We have white beans that are sweet. It's also got condensed milk, which is not evaporated because that's not sweet, but condensed is like very sweet. And then you layer it with ice cream and different types of toppings. But the unique thing about this is it has all of the sugar, let's say like it's preserved tropical fruits, and you put it in the layers.
that's
Makapuno.
very interesting.
Yeah. And it's called halo halo. Halo halo.
The pronunciation was way better than mine. But thank you for sharing, Dr. V. Let's move to the other question.
Here we have a picture of a mountain that is very colorful, and the question is, where is Kunka mountain located? Yeah, always with pronouncing these names.
Let's see what are the answers. Well, for now, most people think it's in Peru.
Yes, there's a consensus on this
Yeah.
one.
Okay, the score. Oh. Should I reveal the
Yes,
answer?
you can share the answer.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys are all correct. Most of you are correct. It is indeed located in Peru. And we see Raval is still doing good than this being first.
Good job, Rafael.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
What's the next question? Okay, so we have another food related question. So you have a picture of another dessert here. And we would like you to guess where this is from. So you have the choice between France, the United Kingdom, Czech Republic, or Australia. Let's see what are the most popular reply. Okay, so there is a competition between France and Czech Republic. Interesting. We'll wait a few more seconds for people to answer, and then I'll reveal the answer. Okay, so I think Czech Republic is the winner here. Let's find out if it was right. Okay, so it was indeed from Czech Republic, and this little dessert. Okay, I'm sorry in advance because I think I won't pronounce it the right way. It's called kolaches, something like that. Kolaches. It's from Czech Republic, and basically it's just like a sweet small brioche, and on the top of it they put things like jam, poppy seeds, cheese, and things like that. And fun fact, I mean, maybe it's not an interesting fun fact, but I thought it was interesting to know about the roots of the word. But the name is, so as I said, kolache or something like that. And at the beginning of the word, you hear kola, and kola in Old Slavic means circle or wheel. So that's the link with the dessert. It's less explicit than hello, hello, but still. Okay, let's see what's the next question. So here, it's about the question where you will need to draw something. So imagine that you are given the opportunity to host a virtual cooking class. And you have to decide what you will present to us. So it's the occasion for you to draw this meal that you would prepare first. If it decide to work. Okay, everyone is drawing.
Yeah, yes, it will show up. It's a quick drawing. You have a minute to draw, so it can be like very stick figurey and basic.
Mhm. Oh,
And if you can draw, yeah, some drawings, and otherwise you can also put a dish in the chat.
wait. Oh, we have some interesting. I don't know why it's like blurred.
Yes, it's so that you can show it one by one.
Okay, yeah.
For...
Oh, I think this is noodle or pasta or something like that.
Yeah, I see noodles.
Yeah, and we have a
Think I see
cookie
also.
from Lisa. I think it's a cookie.
I thought it was a pizza, but it can be both.
I don't know, we draw chocolate truffles, but I think we would get along very well.
Yes. I think I see pizza a couple
Yeah.
of times, and I do agree
lot
with
of
that
times.
one.
Oh,
So, if you have fries and more things,
I think people are really
response
focused on
to
their
you.
drawing because only 19 answer out of 48.
I see fries. I see a beautiful cake.
Oh yeah, this is, yeah, we can see that the person did it very well.
Some
Mhm.
ice cream. Well, it's really nice to see all of the different drawings. And if you want to show it in real life later on during the practical phase, we'll ask who wants to host a cooking class. So be sure to sign up then, and maybe you can share a dish that is special to you with the rest. And for time's sake, I think we need to move on to the next
Yeah.
question, which will be your final question.
Okay.
Okay, so this question is almost the same, but what place or landmark would you want to show in a virtual tour if you needed to show it from your country or your home place? What would you want to show the world? It can be a mountain, it can be a building or a lake. I see some mountains and some beautiful sunshine.
Fun things again.
Mountains. That's really funny coming from a country that does not have mountains. I love to see all the mountains your country has to offer. Everybody's wearing mountains now. We should do a virtual tour with only mountains. It
But
would
I think
be
there is a
fun.
bit of a sea or I guess a lake here. Like there is a blue thing.
Yes.
I'm sure it's water.
Yeah, a lake with mountains.
Oh, maybe that's where not mountains. There,
Oh,
I
that's
think,
a pyramid.
yeah, and I think
I see a
this is it
pyramid.
here. I think we have a beach
Yeah, I see some ships in that picture as well.
and a lot of pyramids. But that makes sense because we have a lot of Egyptians this semester.
I see temples, pyramids. Yes, we should definitely highlight pyramids of the virtual tours
Yeah.
and sun.
Yeah, I think we should definitely have a virtual tour to Egypt. I would like to see some
Yes,
pyramids.
same.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely a lot of
So
pyramids.
be sure again to sign up to the virtual tours, which I will. And if you sign up for the virtual tour, we will help you with some rehearsals and what to do, so you don't have to do it all alone. And we will help you also pick and do a poster to advertise it to everyone so they can join and know beforehand what we will show. Well, thank you so much for joining our game. Unfortunately, I would love to look at the drawings that we will have to for today, but later on we will see more beautiful places.
But thank you so much for participating to our game.
Okay, thank you. Let's continue to the presentation. Now it's the orientation, right? So let me share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Let me get,
Yes.
okay. Okay, so let's start. Through email, you guys will receive all the information for the theoretical phase and also for the practical phase, okay? So for the theoretical phase, you guys will have 4 weeks of training and also exams, okay? So each week, the students are required to review the training materials and complete a theory test. The week training materials are posted below. So everything that you need to know during the theoretical phase, it's already posted here. So week 1, explanation of how Xculture works, companies that want to work with Xculture, and also the student handbook. Okay, here on the week 2 we'll have the global virtual teams. You will learn on how to work on virtual teams and some tips on how you can do it. And on week 3, online collaboration tools, there will be a couple of training materials on how to use Doodle, Word Docs in a group, Zoom, and etc. And by the end of the theoretical phase, on week 4, you will learn about basics of international business. Okay. So how do you receive this? How do you enter this website? Okay, you will receive through email, as I've said. Let me get the email that you receive. So basically, the first email will have this subject: week 1, training materials, and test 1, 4, and then your name here, okay? Make sure to check if your name is correct, your email is correct, your country, and also age group. All these 4 is very important information for us, so make sure that they are correct. If they are not, just send them an email to Academy and let me know so I can change in your application, okay? So here, just congratulations of being accepted to Xculture Academy. If you didn't receive your acceptance letter, make sure to send me a message on Academy email as well, so I can send you the acceptance letter, okay? For this semester, we have around, I don't have the exact number yet, but around 450 students from 30 different countries, okay? Just for Academy. And also for the university program, we have over 6,000 university students from 172 universities and from over 80 countries, okay? So your next steps. So as you can see, as I already said, right? The first 4 weeks are for the theoretical phase, and each week you review the training materials on that website, and you need to pass the test. You have to answer at least 80% of the questions correctly, okay? Also make sure to submit them. So the link to the website is here, so you can just click and you open for a password. You need to insert this password, and the website that I have shown before will appear. Okay, you can watch this video that Dr. Buzz did for that talk regarding Xculture. Okay, and then scroll down and you find all the training materials that I already explained. Okay, how you can start the test. Okay, so you can see here, please review the materials and complete the week 1 exam using the link below. So you can just click here and another link will open and you can start your week 1 exam 1. Okay, so just read it carefully and start the test. Okay, is there any questions regarding that? Oh, one important information. For every test, you have 1 week to take it. So if you don't have time to do it everything at once, you can open, for example, on Monday that I will send this email, and you can just read it, maybe take one of the questions, close, and then open again on Tuesday, Wednesday, or whenever you have time, okay? And also, while are you doing the exam, you are free to open the training materials so you can review while doing the exam, okay? So it shouldn't be a problem if you carefully read all the training materials and also the questions that you need to answer, okay? The official results will also be shared the other Tuesday, so it will be on August 29, at least for the test 1, okay? And also with the results, you get the week 2 training materials and exam 2, okay? You can join us our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn as well. Okay, is there any questions related to where to find the training materials and exams and how to take it?
There is actually a question on the Q&R. No, it's in French, sorry. The Q&A. Someone is asking where they can find the materials and the exams.
Yeah, everything will be sent through your email, so make sure to check them regularly. For the week 1, I will send them on Sunday or Monday, probably Monday, I think. Okay, so make sure to check your email by then on Monday, next Monday, this Monday actually. Okay, what's the test for this week? How to prepare for it? Yes, you can. I think the question was before I shared this or after. Anyway, let me share again. So as you can see, you have the link here. You can just click it, open the training materials page. So you can click here for the video that you need to watch and click here for the materials that you need to read. Okay? Does it make sense? Did I answer your question? Okay. How long this section to take? Usually our sessions every Saturday will take around an hour. Probably today will a little bit over because it's the first one, right? Okay. Next question. For the theoretical phase, everything is for free. Okay, so you don't need to pay right away, but we will charge you a fee for the practical phase. So it's $256 to participate in the practical phase. If you are coming from an underdeveloped country, that's fine. We can give you a scholarship. So it will be $156, okay? But you will need to share with us your latest transcript card and 2 recommendation letters. Those 3 documents will be requested by the 3rd or 4th week, okay? So make sure to have them ready right away, and whenever we ask through email, you can submit them to us, okay? By the end of the whole course, you will receive a certificate and recommendation letters, but only if you pass all 3 phases. So it's the theoretical phase that you are going to start right now, the practical phase, that's when you get into teams, and the post-reflection phase when you're going to understand what you did and also present what you have built on your project. Okay, unfortunately for the theoretical phase, you won't receive a certificate and recommendation letter. Okay, did I answer all the questions?
People are also asking where they can send the recommendation letter.
We will send you a link by week 3 or week 4. Okay, so you will receive an email regarding that. Okay, anything else?
There is someone asking if he can only attend the theoretical phase and not the practical one. I mean,
It's fine. It's for free, so you can. I mean, you will learn a lot during the theoretical phase, but you will learn more during the practical phase. But it's up to you if you want just to take the theoretical phase. It's fine.
Well, I want to add something to that. If you are not an experienced international business student, meaning that you haven't taken classes on international business, or you haven't heard about how to use a SWOT analysis, or any of the features that we have. For example, Dr. Voss does a lecture on how to write the business plan. If you don't know how to do any of that, those are the things that you will learn in your theoretical phase. It's actually designed to help you be more successful in the practical phase. Now, if you're taking international business in high school and it's one of your classes, then I can see why you would want to skip that first 4 weeks. But really, the idea of the first 4 weeks is to prepare you to be in a global virtual team. And it helps you with content material, and it helps you actually acclimate to what it's like to work in a global virtual team. So there's a lot of value in participating in that first part.
Thank you, Dr. B. For the social media group that we are going to have for this semester, it's going to be the Telegram, okay? Leon, can you please share with everyone the link? I lost the link actually, sorry.
I'll send it now.
So you guys will be able to interact with each other, and also we will be able to answer all inquiries that you may have. Okay.
And we will have activities too.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I think that I answered all the questions, right? Is there a deadline for payment? Yes, it's going to be by the end of the theoretical phase. Okay, so I think it was around September 14. Yeah. Okay. If you don't want to join Telegram, that's fine, but I would highly recommend. Is there any other question? No? All good? Are Cambridge certificates accepted as form of transcript? Yes, I can accept that. So you can submit the document when we ask.
Rafa, I need you to stay after the meeting so we can have our little meeting, okay?
Sure. Okay, guys, any final questions? If we get our stipend, when we should pay? Also by the end of the theoretical phase, so September 14th. Okay. Okay, then I think that's it, guys. So thank you very much for attending today and welcome again to X-Culture Academy. And I hope you guys have a great semester. Eva, Leon, Luisa, Dr. Bill, would you like to add anything else?
That's it.
That's a good final word then. So that's it, guys. Thank you.
Okay, so let me just tell our Academy students. Sorry, I was a little distracted. You know, when Dr. Voss tells you that this will set you apart, I really want you to think about all of your friends around you and ask yourself, how different are you from them? And how valuable is it that you're contributing to your community? And again, our core value here at X Culture, I guess I should turn on my video for this. Our core value here at X Culture is to help you grow into the global citizen that you are. The fact that you found us already tells us that you qualify to be among the global citizens that is X Culture. We don't have any geographical boundaries. The geographical boundaries that are set where you live is set by governments. And at X Culture, as you can see, the people that I'm looking at in my screen, Leon and Eva, I've never met them before in person. Luisa and Rafael, I've been working with them for several years. I only met them 2 months or last month in Lublin, Poland. So what we're trying to say is that this is a community. It's not just a class. And if you want to become a part of a global community, this is a great place to get started. And I see that there are only 15 people left, and it's probably just us. But you guys probably can confirm and validate that we've all grown into much better people because we are a part of X Culture. And that's what I want to convey to you, that this is an opportunity for you to grow into the global citizen that you see yourself to become. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. So next session will be next Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard, and will be the Q&A session. Okay. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much, and see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.